I'm Radouan Mriziga. I'm a choreographer and dancer from Marrakech, based in Brussels. I will present 0.Rythmòs. It's a work that I've been doing since 2018. It's a choreographic installation that we work together with Maïté and Esther. It's a little bit of trying to build a third space out of three different elements, which is choreography, text, and constructions or a real space. So the idea in this 0.Rythmòs installation always is to have a text which is always based on poems that we write, and a movement that it's structured on the text but also in relation to the space, and then transforming the space itself, like concretely, to another kind of space, and then using these three elements to build actually what we call a third space, an imaginary space that we share with the audience. So the idea started from, since I come from Marrakech, there is the theater as a space. It's always in question because it has been always only a colonial building. It was not a part of our way of doing performance. But instead of that space, there was always these flexible spaces where performances happens. And one of these spaces, the one I was most fascinated with always, is the gardens, and also the idea of gardening spiritually linked to the city. It has been always something that it interests me as a third space where architecture or soft architecture and performance and reflection can be gathered in one space. So the idea was how to build this garden or this garden theater in these 0.Rythmòs installations. So in a different places we link it to the space we are invited in, and we transform the space through this text, like structures and movement, to a garden. It's a third space where also the audience are invited to contemplate. It doesn't have to be always like a performance, a spectacle. It's more also about contemplating in these on these three elements together. Being here, it holds a very important meaning in different levels. One of it is, I think, architecturally. When I enter and then I find all these animals, for me it was intriguing and a little bit disturbing. So for me it was also how to actually abstract this space from this reality. And I know it's a natural museum and it holds other knowledge inside it that is important, but for me the question of knowledge and archiving, it's also something always in question, and how to not have it in a problematic way. So I think for me the space architecturally and also historically, but also the contemporaneity of the space, it will be how to take it somewhere else and how to abstract it from what is problematic in it. So I hope through this performance installation we can go with the audience to try to imagine how the space can be used also differently, and or if it have to be used differently or not. So that's I think it's a big question. I think the presence of the body and of the structures we make, somehow there is also something very organic also, but that's also brings as well the question of archiving, because what we build actually, all these structures are all built on the body measurements, and the body is very important, but it's something that it does not stay. It's ephemeral architecture, and I guess it's ephemeral archiving as well, because we do something, we archive it, in a very short time. We play it, we share it, and it goes, and it does not stay. So somehow, because it's a natural museum for me, that's also maybe the future of these spaces. It's what could be there to exist, but ephemerally, or what archives can be, that it does not hold or capitalize knowledge in one place for always or for a long time, but it's something that it stays for a specific time, and then it disappears, or it stays in the bodies of people, and then they take it with them, and it does not stay in a monument. So that's somehow my big questions about by being in the space and doing this simple performance installation.